Let's take the blessing from the deities of Sheshadripuram. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Gaurangi Bangalore Ishwara, Lakshmi Narsimha, Govardhan, Sarigramji, Gaurnitai, the Guru, the Swami and the Guru Parampara. Let us do the prayers. Om Gyana Tirmandasya Gyananjaya Shalakaya Chakshuryan Milatam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Nama. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashaite Shatarne. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are doing a verse today from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, and the verse number is number 7. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mama anusmarana yuddhacha mai arpit mano buddhi mayim veshyasya shayasya shamshaya. Therefore, Arjun, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duties of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. The purport is small, so we'll read the purport also. This instruction to Arjuna is very important for all men engaged in material activities. The Lord does not say that one should give up his prescribed duties or engagement. One can continue them and at the same time think of Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. This will free one from material contamination and engage the mind and intelligence in Krishna. By chanting Krishna's name, one will be transferred to the supreme planet, Krishna Loka, without doubt. So, therefore, Arjun, always remember me and always fight. With your mind and intelligence dedicated to me, you will surely come to me. Of this, there is no doubt. In this sublime verse, Lord Krishna gives the practical synthesis of remembrance and duty. He tells Arjuna to remember him at all times, not by abandoning work, but while performing his duty. The Lord does not ask for a renunciation of action, but for divinization of action. Mama anusmarana yuddhacha. Always remember me and fight. This is the union of bhakti, devotion, and karma, action. It is not escapism from life responsibility, but spiritual engagement through them. The context of it, integrating memory and duty. Arjuna stood confused on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He wanted to abandon war, to seek peace. Krishna here teaches that peace is not found in inactivity, but in God-centered activities. Thus, remembrance, anusmarana, means to keep the consciousness fixed on Krishna. And fight, yuddha, means to perform one's prescribed duty in harmony with the remembrance. This is the secret of karma yoga transformed into bhakti yoga. Human beings act constantly, but the minds remain scattered. Krishna instructs Arjuna to offer both his mind, manasa, and intelligence, buddhi, to him. When the intellect plans for Krishna and the mind contemplates Krishna, the soul becomes untouched by material reaction. Thus, this verse is not merely about external remembrance, it is about conscience alignment through words and deeds are harmonized with devotion. Every act becomes spiritualized. Not renunciation, but purification. Krishna's message is not leave your duty, but purify your duty. When Arjuna fights as an offering to the Lord, his violence becomes non-violence. because it is motivated by dharma and not by ego. Similarly, in our daily lives, every act, teaching, cooking, writing, serving, can become an act of bhakti if done in remembrance to the Lord. Thus, the work becomes worship. The state of yoga. When the mind and intelligence are my arpit, offered to me, the jiva, soul, becomes yukta, connected with the Supreme. Then whatever he does, he remains unaffected by karma's bondage. Srila Prabhupada explains, one who remembers Krishna while discharging his prescribed duties will at the end of life remember Krishna and thus attain him. This verse connects with 8, 5, and 6, where remembrance at the time of death determines one's next destination. But remembrance at death is possible only if one has practiced remembrance in his life. Hence, therefore, at all times remember me. Loving duty in devotion. Devotion is not mechanical, mindful, it is love in motion. When the devotee works remembering Krishna, every moment becomes a service gesture. Every breath becomes a chant of surrender, and every challenge becomes a test of love. For Arjun, fighting became service. For us, living in remembrance is loving surrender. And what is the fruit? That is reaching Krishna. The Lord promises, Mam eva evashi asamasyasya. You will surely come to me. Of this there is no doubt. This is Krishna's divine guarantee. If we keep remembering him and dedicating our mind and intellect to him, our life becomes a continuous pilgrimage towards his lotus feet. Begin the day with chanting and remembrance. Perform every activities as Krishna's service. Offer the fruits of work to him. Avoid forgetfulness, the root of bondage. End the day in gratitude, remembering his mercy. This is practical anusamarna yuddhacha, to live and act with Krishna conscious awareness. In the Bhagavad Gita 8.7, Lord Krishna establishes the perfect yoga of life, the harmony of remembrance and responsibility, love and labor, detachment and engagement. It teaches us that the battlefield of life itself is a temple of devotion. One who remembers Krishna, admits action, lives liberated even while working. Thus, remember me always and perform your duty. It is not a command, it is a loving invitation to live in the world, but for Krishna. When every breath becomes a prayer and every act becomes an offering, then the devotee reaches Krishna asamashyaha, without doubt. Okay, now just a month-long festival was just celebrated, right? Which festival? The Damodar Leela, right? What was Mother Yashoda doing in the wee hours of the morning? Anybody? Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. She was doing her duties as a house wife and a mother. She was churning the butter for Krishna.
And what else was she doing while churning the butter?
She
She
was
was
singing
thinking
the
about
glories of
Krishna.
Krishna.
She was thinking about Krishna, that she will get up, he'll be hungry. And then she had a pot of milk also on the stove to be boiled. And she was thinking about Krishna all the time while doing her duty.
I mean, doesn't it look like, like a typical house scene every morning, what we housewives do?
Yes,
She,
Mataji. Particularly every housewife, when she gets up and she has a small baby, she thinks about her baby, that he must be hungry. Let me cook something, some breakfast for the child. Or if he's a small born baby, then milk for him or something like that. She's always observed in a child. Yes.
so even Yashoda Mai, she was thinking of Krishna. She was churning, curds, butter for her son. Because, like every day she was getting complaints. So she said, what is it that, and she didn't leave it to the her help, she was not even aware of what consequences are going to come follow. I mean, she was so enwrapped with her prescribed duties. It's a typical house course, a page from our lives. Even she did not shy away to do her prescribed duties. After Krishna did mischief, he knew that when his mother found out, he would be in trouble. So he was anxiously looking here and there when Mother Yashoda, after putting him down, the milk that had been boiling over the stove, found Krishna sitting on a wooden grinding mortar. When he saw her with a stick in her hand, he began to run away from her in fear. He did not intend to strike. She did not intend to strike him, but she felt that she needed to show the stick to enforce some discipline, because, like every mother, she wanted her son to be good and well behaved and disciplined according to her conception. Otherwise, others were busy preparing for Indra's puja. Because, I mean, till now, Krishna has not mentioned the Govardhan puja, and Indra's puja was to take place. But subsequently, things followed. We understand that not only human beings, but all living entities are part and parcel of God. The fact the part is meant for serving the whole, just as the legs, hands, fingers, ears are meant to serve the whole body. We are duly bound to serve Krishna. Actually, our position is that we are always rendering service to someone or the other, family, country, society. And if we have no one to serve, we keep a pet dog, cat, horse, and render service. We are constitutionally meant to render service. If we want to render service to a tree, we need to water the roots. If we pour water on the leaves, branches, twigs, there is little benefit. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is served. All other parts and parcel will be automatically be satisfied. He who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. In the Ramayana, we see Shabri. She was under the shelter of a guru, Matanga Rishi. She was a simple tribal woman. The other rishis in the ashram despised her. Shabri was asked to chant Ram, Ram, Ram by her guru. No formal training, just ashram course and chanting. Matanga Rishi assured her that she would get darshan of Ram. Yes, years passed by. Matanga Rishi left his body. Shabri would go out to her ashram with a walking stick and pluck berries for Ram. Taste it. If sweet, put it aside for the Lord, discarding the bitter ones. She didn't know that offering must not be tasted. Hundreds of yogis were waiting to receive Ram in their ashram. Ram went only to Shabri's ashram because of her sincere devotion. Seeing Ram, Shabri became ecstatic and said, there are so many exalted yogis waiting for you, but you came to this unworthy devotee. Ram tasted the berries. Nothing could equal the berries offered with such devotion. Only by chanting she got the darshan of the Lord. The Lord's form was not recognized by Surpan Khan, Duryodhan, the Lord. The Lord could be admits you. Will you be able to recognize him? Mataji log. If the Lord or any demigods are here, can we recognize them? Mataji's, can we?
Hare
I don't
Krishna
think so.
Mataji.
May not
Hare,
be.
Yeah, we
Hare
will
Krishna
not.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I would like to add something that when you are in a difficult position or when you need somebody, when somebody comes to help you out of the blue, it is understood, Mataji, that he is a God sent messenger. He may be a demigod or someone whose God has sent. At times, Mataji, you're put in such tight situations in your life that you don't see how to come out of it. And all of a sudden, there's some hope, some ray that comes to you. Someone out of the blue comes and helps you. I think, Mataji, that is like, you can take him as a messenger of God or a demigod.
Yes, Mataji. I don't refute that. But what I meant to say is like now, like Krishna was right in front of Duryodhan. Surpan Khan, Ram Lakhan, Sitaji was there. But when you have lust, you have greed, you have a thick covering. You do not want to recognize the Lord. See, the Lord is always there to help us in any dire situation. He is always lending a hand. It is how we catch hold of him. So we have
belief and devotion.
So we have to hear. If one simply hears, that is the beginning. See, there's so many Surya gods also, no? So we have to be very careful with with what we conclude to. Form you may not recognize, but sound vibration will be recognized. Chant. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that when our so-called compassion does not tally with the orders of the Supreme Lord, it merely causes a disturbance. Because Sobri Muni had forbidden Garuda coming to the lake, Kalia moved in and made his headquarters there, and this spelled doom for all the lake residents. One does not need any education or development of material knowledge. Just like a child, as soon as he hears, immediately he can respond and dance. This human form has been given for a finite amount of time, and at the end will be snatched away in the form of death. Life and death always come together. But forget about the world. Look at your own self. We are such tiny little souls. So we need to remind ourselves that all that we have will be taken away. Death, when you remember, it puts your life in perspective. When you forget it, then the priorities they get distorted. Oh mind, the golden opportunity is passing away. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj says, remembering the Lord, this is the greatest wealth by japa. So in the Kali Yuga, if you simply chant, or even if you cannot chant, if you simply hear, that will also help us. So simply this process of chanting and hearing will purify our existence. So all of us unmute yourself and chant 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So
Yeah.
Mataji and Prabhuji, thank you for giving me an opportunity. There's another pastime I would like to share with you, but off the record, because I don't know how, because this is what I heard long time. Remember when Ramji wanted to, pray to the idol he had made, he wanted a Shiva to come and do the puja for him in Rameshwaram, right? And he was looking out for a Brahmin who was qualified. And whom did he think of? None other than Ravan. So whom did he send? He sent Jamavan to him and asked him if he would come and do the puja and perform the puja. So when Jamavan went to Ravan understood the reason why he had come. And just imagine that you're going to do a puja for a client against you. I mean, if Ram is going to win, it was but natural that Ravan is going to lose the battle. But Ravan, being such an exalted Brahmin, he did the puja with the right intention. I mean, when you're doing prescribed duties, even a demon like Raman performed his duties so well. I mean, this is something which I heard. I don't know how authentic it is, so I did not add it in the class. So Mataji, doing a prescribed duties is very, very important. Thank
Mataji,
you.
I want to ask something. Can I?
Yeah. If I,
You said people like Duryodhana